The Paranormal Liberation Front. My Hero Academia Chapter 240, baby. Shigaraki, they eating good. They have an incredible, absolute monstrous force behind them. And now, they probably matched or surpassed the strength of the heroes. Let's talk about it, baby. My Hero Academia is so hype right now. I'm gonna miss this arc.
Whether Facebook, Twitter, or the two, make sure to steer clear, cause I'm coming through like...
So it was about a week ago that My Hero Academia's Shigaraki arc finished. The whole thing of, the fight against the Liberation Army and whatnot. There's a week since then, and now we're getting a little bit of the details. Now, a lot of misinformation was passed around. They kind of faked some information to kind of mislead things, change footage, all sorts of things. Basically changing history in a sense, because now the public believes that a group of 20 people were the ones that were attacking, and that the civilians fought them off, and now the city has a bunch of heroes. Which there is a theory that I have, to be honest, a very big theory about what's really going down regarding certain aspects of this new alliance, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But basically, from what I understand, they lied and made it seem like people just with quirks started fighting off these villains to make it that, hey, civilians can still do it. So if you think about it, look at it real closely. The Liberation Army, to a certain degree, still kind of got what they wanted. If you think about it, Destro wanted the people to feel like they're the ones that did it, and he was faking it in terms of having his people like, hey, we're just civilians and we're fighting back. But in actuality, they faked the news anyway and made it seem like civilians fought back. So kind of really interesting, and little note there, like, yo, they faked it in the end anyway. And like I said in the beginning of this, League of Villains, or well, now, this new paranormal whatever group, they're eating good. We see, they're eating good, they living well now. That money from the Liberation Army is really making them nice and comfy, which is really dope to see, because they went from they were broke, they ain't got money for food, they ain't have money for nothing, despite they trying to be this legendary group. How you gonna do that, fam? In order to do things like that, you need finances, and now they have very big pockets. And I ain't gonna lie, when Twice trolled me, I was so trolled. I was so heated for a moment when I see he's there praying to Toga's picture and saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe we lost you." I'm like, what? So Toga's really dead? And thankfully it was a troll. I'm not gonna lie. It got me though. It got me until I actually seen that final panel on that page. It was like, they actually killed Toga? But Twice is losing his mind because Toga's still alive and badass. I ain't gonna lie, with the eye patch and everything, Toga looks a lot cooler, which she was already one of my favorites from the league anyway, but now she looks even cooler with that eye patch and all that shit. Like, yo, why you playing with my feels, Horikoshi? Why you gonna do that for? Make me think Toga's dead. But yeah, no, it's just Twice is losing his mind. You would think that after that big, event or whatever, he would actually be a little bit more normalized, but instead he's lost it even more. He's constantly talking to himself, going absolute batshit crazy there, and it's like, what's going on with Twice? And you can see that it's kind of an uncomfortable alliance between the League and the Liberation Army, because there's like little back and forth. One of them is like, hey, you should be thankful that you got that sushi. The other one's like, you should be thankful your lead ain't dead, motherfucker. So definitely a very uncomfortable alliance, I would describe it as. It doesn't seem like they're all, like, the only one that is really kissing major butt is Destro. He's just like, what? He's the only one, because the other ones is kind of like, they don't really want to partner up. You can tell that they don't really feel them. They don't really like this whole idea. They don't like that these villains are now basically considered equals to them. So definitely moving forward, I'm starting to really feel a little suspicious. I ain't gonna lie. We only just began this alliance, but I'm feeling suspicious about how this is going to move, because these people ain't really rocking with Toga and them. They still looking at them as like, we were taught something totally different, and now we're teaming up with them. What the heck's going on? And then we see Shigaraki, which I ain't gonna lie, I understand why they did it. I mean, to put it blunt, I truly think that the reason why he has that hand on his face is just because that's his thing. Like, anybody that knows My Hero Academia, the main villain, he has like a big hand over his face or whatever. So I'm imagining that's why they worked it into the story as to, hey, it's its trademark, it's just a look or whatever. But I felt as though putting that back on his face, it makes me feel a certain way, simply because it was so symbolic. The fact that he destroyed all the hands and got rid of them. And notice also, now that I think about it, hold on, because I remember there was something about this hand last time in the flashback that All For One was like, oh, he gave him an extra hand. So there's something about that hand. I don't think that hand is related to any of the relatives that we know of. There's something off about that hand, the fact that it was able to survive everything again. But I just felt as though, as far as his character development goes, that Shigaraki really didn't want these anymore because he felt he didn't need these hands anymore. It kind of makes it a little bit like, are we going backwards right now? Because why is it that the hand, you know, it would be back on the face when him taking them all off was symbolic of he's changed, he's grown. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to get, you know, upset about it in a way. It's like, I mean, I don't really care for the reasoning. I mean, I guess this is trademark. It's what people know him for, but yeah. And then we got Destro explaining to the people what's going on, what's the dealio, and him kind of just like, I'm resigning as the leader, and now Shigaraki's the leader. He's the real liberator. I don't know. I'm just not really buying it. And I'm going to keep on saying that throughout this video that I'm not buying none of this shit as far as they go. Like, maybe I'm totally off, and if I am, cool, because it does do a lot for the league. It does a lot. First of all, they got a new name, which, whatever, it's a name, not Paranormal, whatever. I like League of Villains more, to be honest with you. It's simple, easy to remember. But the way he is acting, like, at a certain point, Shigaraki says, yeah, I want you to get lost. And he's like, come on, Trumpet, let's go get lost. I'm like, this dude's lost his mind. Like, you know, he's in this machine, this little mech with, because he don't got legs no more or whatever. He's saying, I abdicate the throne to you, basically. You're the new leader, telling the people, kissing at, like, if he was brought up with these principles and ideologies, I don't know if it's going to be that easy for him to go from, I'm the leader, we're doing these things, had all his people believing this way, and then it's like, nah, I'm about to kiss this dude's butt. So either he's gone bonkers, similar to like Twice, or this is all a front. Maybe that's just me, and that could really destroy this whole big alliance that is a threat to the Hero Association or the heroes in general. It could be really bad, just looking at it, simply because it's like, he's thinking right now, Shigaraki's like, yo, I got this big army, and they're treating, but it could be that Destro realizes it's going to be real tough for me to take him out, you know, face to face on a regular. Maybe he's putting up a front, and when he, you know, the time's right, he's going to try and take out Shigaraki and them, because he is acting way too like, let's get lost. The boss said, like, what? And even saying that Shigaraki's the true liberator when he was brought up to believe, yo, I'm Destro. I'm the chosen one. I'm supposed to. I don't know. It just seems very, very jarring. Again, I could just be off and a bit too suspicious of this, but it just kind of looked a little bit like, oh, that's a real big 180, fam. And then we got that 9 people will be the officers of the squadron. So pretty much everybody that was in the League of Villains, Toga, was Dabi one of them? I think Dabi, yeah. Like all of the League of Villains, basically, they're going to have their own squads, but also a couple of people from the Liberation Army are going to have their own squads as well. So pretty much majority of the League of Villains are running shit. There's like a few people that they're allowing that they have experience, but the League is really the ones running this new army. And then the end of the chapter where we start getting, whoa. So Hawks has genius seemingly in that bag, which I don't buy it. They probably faked the death. And, you know, even Dabi, I don't know why Dabi is buying it. I don't know. It still feels something very odd. There's a lot of suspicion and a lot of things to be very questionable about in My Hero Academia right now, because there's supposedly a dead body in the bag. I don't think that's genius. And if it is, then this dude is really on some crazy Itachi double agent shit. But when Dabi looks and he's like, oh, it could just be that they faked the dead body, or they dug up a dead body, or had a dead body from one of the recent battles and put it in a bag. Because is Hawks really willing to go that far and kill a hero? Maybe he kidnapped this dude and, you know, gave him the insight of what's going on and then put him in the bag. But I don't know. Just kind of a little bit like, I don't buy it. And I mean, at the end of the day, he is horrified, because now you think about it, the Hero Association is going to, and I think Hero Association is actually One Punch Man, but we're going to go with Hero Association. They're about to find out, yo, once Hawks reports this, they're going to find out all of this shit. Is it early, or is it soon enough that this should happen? I don't know. This could be, because this chapter at the end, it felt like it was raising major red death flags for Hawks. I could definitely see them killing him off before he's able to bring back this intel, because you got to think, they aren't going to trust him like that. I don't know. Again, a lot of very interesting and curious things about this chapter. And we see that the injuries that were sustained from the battle against the Liberation Army, even a week later, Shigaraki is still messed up. He falls over and is like, whoa, you know, he's still injured. So if they get into a battle anytime soon, things might not be good for him, because right now he's still very weak. He needs to heal up more, maybe another few weeks or a month, something like that. But Shigaraki is still injured, so whatever happens right now, let's just say Hawks brings in the heroes and shit like that, Shigaraki's not ready. And he contacts Dr. Robotnik, because I'm going to keep calling him. I know I wrote it down, it's Dr. Ujiko, but we're going to continue with Dr. Robotnik. And he's like, yo, what's going on? You were supposed to give me power. And he's like, I want another favor. I want you to make a delivery for me. So is he about to like smuggle some drugs across the border? Well, I'm kind of curious, why is he wanting one more favor before he helps him out? Or is the power already within Shigaraki? He's going to tell him, yo, you already got the power. Like, look what you just did. So maybe there's no more power for him to get. Or it could be that he's going to do some sort of giving him more quirks. Maybe he knows a way to pass on quirks without having all for one. I don't know, but it is kind of interesting. Like, it feels like he's stringing him along in a way. But it also could be for his own good or his own benefit to build him up even more. And the chapter ends off with Hawk saying, yo, if he falls behind, it's a wrap for Japan because the League of Villains, or again, this Paranormal, whatever, is way too strong at this point. Very, very exciting chapter. I'm really sad that this arc is seemingly wrapping up. I mean, there's red death flags all the way for Hawks, so who knows what's about to happen. But once we transfer over to the heroes, I'm gonna be like, oh man, because I ain't gonna lie, I absolutely love this arc. I felt as though it was such a needed break from the constant hero training shit that we get almost every arc. It's like, if we go back to the heroes and we start training again, I'm gonna be real salty. Like, if we go back to the heroes, let's continue, keep up the pace of like really epic shit going down. Even if it's other villains or something like that, just something. I don't want to get more training on the hero side. But then again, they might need it. I don't know. Like, Deku was about to have 7 quirks, but Shigaraki has an army and Giganto Machia, so then how does it balance out? Kind of curious what you guys think about this though. Hawks, did he kill Genius? Is that Genius in the bag? Is that anybody in the bag, or is that some BS? Do you think there's death flags raised dramatically for Hawks? I think so. I think he might not even make it out of here. He's there. Hey, yeah, I'm Hawks. Yeah, I'm down with y'all. Yo, let's liberate people. You think he's gonna be able to make it through? Also, do you think there's a possibility that Destro and the Liberation Army are going to eventually flip on Shigaraki and them again, and it will be a short-lived alliance, but it really won't bring anything into fruition of like, yo, a major threat? And your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of My Hero Academia? Not gonna lie, this chapter was freaking, or this arc, shall I say, was absolutely climactic. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. I'm sad that we might be going back to the heroes next chapter. I hope not. I hope we get to see what Shigaraki is going to be delivering, and also seeing if Hawks is going to be able to make it out of there. But you never know with this manga. We might, you know, go back to the heroes. I don't know. I actually really don't want to go back to the heroes yet. Maybe it's just me. And your overall thoughts and expectations, My Hero Academia, chapter 240 the bomb, but 241 and beyond. I'm looking forward to it. That's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, hit that bell, and make sure you click to get all notifications so you don't miss out on one of my videos. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I hope you know that